A little motivating intro. My favorite gift. And another one. Fake tink. And now a good tink. And my favorite trick is cast on Deathluck. It always works. Imagine that. 2 apothecaries. Now that would be content. Well, it's not exactly the apothecary, but it's good too. Finally, good bait for video. My precious. If you think that's all the lucky moments in this video, you're wrong. There's more to come. Greetings, exiles. I hope your magic find is as successful as mine. And I continue my journey. As you can see, I had a lot of work to do in the past days, and I would like to start my video with how I earned all this currency. I used the same atlas as in my last video, except instead of Dune and Mesa, I chose a cemetery. Legion and Harbingers are very profitable mechanics on their own, and if you combine them with our magic find, we get a good and stable source of currency. As for the scarabs and sextants, you can see them on your screen right now. But what about Crimson Prison? We saw that you were there too. It's true, I decided to have a little fun and changed the cemetery to Crimson Temple and used the standard strategy with enraged strongboxes. I won't go into detail about it because there are so many videos on YouTube that explain it in detail. I don't want to repeat, and also I can't recommend it to most of you, because for it you need a character with good gear and a Headhunter. I didn't have Headhunter, and to be honest, it wasn't a great experience. Also, it is a very expensive strategy, and you need at least 30 divine orbs to buy scarabs and compasses. And on top of that, it is very, very time consuming. And the only reason I decided to use it is because I wanted to get that beautiful moment for the video. I ran over 100 maps for a 5-second moment. What a madman. And if I had spent that time on my original Atlas strategy, I would have made a lot more money. But anyway, I got a lot of currency and let's spend it now. The most enjoyable part of my journeys. I'll start with Headhunter, because this is the best upgrade for my build at this stage. In this league, this unique belt costs more than usual. Inflation has reached our favorite game. But trust me, it's worth it. Because this is the best item for MF, and after buying it your income will increase many times. Because the magic find process will be much faster and more comfortable. Perfect. Now let's try this build with our new belt. Oh yeah. It's like I'm playing on a completely different build, and the gameplay is so much faster and more enjoyable. Wow. Another gift from my brother. I should probably get him a gift too. While you are enjoying the best gameplay, let's talk about one important topic, and that is Arrow Nova support. There have been a lot of comments from you guys about why I don't use this support gem. And honestly, it's just a personal preference. Arrow Nova support is a very good gem that improves our map clearing. But honestly, as you can see, we have no problem with it. But a single target is not our strongest side, and with this support gem it becomes even worse. That's why I play without it. Also, it depends on the map. For example, in a cemetery I would use Arrow Nova, because it is an open map, and on it the area of effect of our Caustic arrow will be much larger. But in Crimson Temple, Arrow Nova is not so effective because there are a lot of narrow corridors. Anyway, choose what you like best. Both options are good and have their strengths and weaknesses. Remember that I said at the beginning of this video that I have a couple of interesting things for you, so this is the first of them. Mageblood. After I bought Headhunter, I decided to run a couple maps to record some stuff for the video, and Chris decided to give me a gift like this. Thanks, Chris. But don't hurry to leave any comments about streamer client, sometimes lucky, and so on. Because I have a really hot moment for you. While I was looking for the apothecary, I found something better. Speaking of which, this is my first mirror. Now you can leave your comments. Well, I'm going to continue, because I need to improve this character a little more. First of all, I want to add Divination Distillate, but for that I need to change Herald of Ash to Petrified Blood and solve the problems with mana reservation. So let's go shopping. I'm going to need a small cluster like this. Now I can activate Petrified Blood. I will also buy 2 unique jewels. Combined with this mastery and Petrified Blood, they will increase our survivability, which will help us run more difficult maps. I'm not going to explain in detail how this combination works, and if you're interested in it, I'll leave a link in the description of this video. So for anyone interested in finding out why this combo is so good, be sure to check it out. However, there's a small nuance here. We are using Headhunter, and sometimes we will get a buff that increases our energy shield, and because of that the combo of these unique jewels will work much worse. But there's nothing we can do about that. If I already talked about energy shield, thanks to our unique belt we will get 3 and sometimes even 5,000 energy shield, and this is not a bad boost to our defense, but there is one more thing. We use this keystone and therefore the energy shield is useless for us. I decided to test this build a bit without Timeless Jewel. It seems crazy, but in practice it's not so bad, because 3000 energy shield is very good, and without this keystone we will get value from it and the number of one-shots will be much less. Anyway, there are options. Try, experiment, and decide what suits your playstyle. Let's now buy some new skill gems. Just what we need. In the process of magic finding, I found this cool ring. I decided not to sell it because it's a nice improvement for my character. Next, I was planning to change my quiver, but the prices for them are pretty high now. You could make one by yourself and it would be cheaper, but still you will need at least 15 divine orbs, and the process of crafting this quiver is quite random. So I decided to hang on with this purchase. The same goes for Progenesis, a distinctive flask that improves our survivability, but we need to pay almost 40 divine orbs for it. So that's another improvement I'll make later. But if you are rich, then feel free to buy these items, you definitely won't regret it. I also need a new Abyss Jewel with phasing on kill and corrupted blood immunity. And the final step. Tattoos. The first one that will give us Onslaught on hit. Several smaller ones that will give us more items rarity. That's it. We're ready. Let's see what this character can do. Now we can do corrupted maps with high quantities. And now I can earn currency even faster. Speaking of big money, and here's my sponsor, now I can buy Progenesis. And of course the new quiver. And this is a good buy too. Perfect. Now my build is completely finished, and that means my journey has come to an end and it's time to plan a new one. This has been a very fun and interesting series of videos. Playing on this build was a pleasure and I loved it. And of course crazy lucky drops, really crazy. I hope you enjoyed this journey and my video was useful for you. I will be very grateful for your likes, subscriptions, and comments. And if you have any questions, join my Discord channel. The link you will find in the description of this video. Bye everyone, and see you in new videos.